The St Vincent de Paul Society assists thousands of needy people in Perth every month. The good work's only possible because of a small army of elderly volunteers who man op shops, rattle donation tins and deliver the food parcels. One man in particular, by the name of Tom Fisher, has dedicated his life to this cause. But he's not getting any younger, and now he's calling on the next generation to step up and lend a hand. Lucy Martin has the story.
Tom Fisher knows what brings in the dollars.
God bless you.
Thank you. Take a sticker.
Take a sticker.
He's picked up a few tricks while rattling tins for St Vinny's over the past few decades.
Saves me chasing girls around the streets.
The 93-year-old attracts donations from city crowds with a mix of humour.
I'm sorry about my hearing, but at 93, false teeth are gone, eyesight's gone, hair's gone.
Sympathy.
They say, oh, the poor old chap. If he can do it, we can help him.
And a touch of cheek.
Oh, the sticker?
Yes.
Where can I put it? Oh, in here.
I'm not allowed to put them on the ladies.
I bet you did in the past.
He is very popular. He's obviously a very charming man and he really does attract a lot of attention.
Do you still enjoy volunteering?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Only 52 years.
52 years.
Yeah.
Quite often we'll go out to check on him and his volunteering and he'll be surrounded by a gaggle of women giving him cakes and coffee and things like that.
We're going to take a photo together. I'm going to do a selfie. Okay?
Smile.
Smile, Tom.
Tom is one of St Vincent de Paul's longest serving volunteers. When he's not rattling tins on the street, he visits elderly people in their homes.
So one chappie I visit, I just walk in, he doesn't say anything, he just puts 2 cups out, makes the coffee and laces them with whiskey, and then he starts talking, and he'll talk for 2 hours, but they get lonely.
Tom also has plenty to talk about. He was a crewman on HMAS Sydney, leaving the ship for another posting just 3 weeks before it was destroyed.
And I went to the Hobart, and the night it was torpedoed, I just left my sleeping berth to go up and clean my teeth, and the man I was sleeping next to, he was cut in half, but I led a charmed life.
Along with wife Shirley, he has dedicated his life to assisting others.
I thought I owed life something for looking after me. I feel it's a great satisfaction. We're doing something and we're living long lives, so it's for a reason.
And I think you get satisfaction out and friendship. You really make a lot more friends working together down there.
This warehouse in Osborne Park is the heartbeat of Vinnie's. Tons of clothing and furniture are sorted and packed here before being sold in op shops or given to those in need.
Has there been any nice jewellery lately?
Out front, Shirley and other volunteers run the shop.
How are you? A lot of people come in, they're very depressed because of the way they have to live. And it doesn't take much to brighten them up with a few nice words. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
2,500 Western Australians volunteer at Vinnie's.
I've got to ring up about a cabinet delivery.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So
Who do you ring now?
Most of them are seniors.
The average age of volunteers at Vinnie's is 68, and obviously people need the time after work and after caring for grandchildren to be able to give back, and many people do that in that time of their life.
But it's getting harder to recruit them.
Oh, definitely people are working a lot later now, so that's also had an impact on our volunteer recruitment. People have a lot more responsibility in caring for grandchildren so parents can work.
The most difficult demographic to attract is Generation X, who are yet to reach retirement age.
And obviously those years of people's lives are very busy with work, families, buying houses, trying to make a life for themselves. And we understand that there may be not always volunteering opportunities, but there's different ways that people can engage.
We're all getting older and older. The day I work, I think there's 4 of us over 80. And we're not going to last forever, unfortunately. So if we don't get younger people or people that have, like as I said, even just an hour, we're going to have nothing. And it's going to be very hard then.
It is worrying. We have a lot of younger volunteers around my age group and some older volunteers, but the middle range is really where we're lacking, and we're trying to create programs that cater to their specific needs and things like that, and that's in the works at the moment.
Here at Vinnie's headquarters, young people gather every week to help kids with homework.
You've already done that one and you've done this one.
Jess Thompson is one of the charity's 300 volunteers under 30.
A definite barrier for young people is just their lifestyle, fitting it in around like university and moving out of home and getting full-time work. But I mean, it is really easy to give your time and fit in an hour here and there.
Much has changed since Shirley and Tom started volunteering.
In the days like when we were younger, everybody helped each other. Neighbours were friends. Now everything is so congested and so close together that you don't even know your next door neighbour. And half the time they're in dire straits.
What hasn't changed is the need for charities and volunteers.
So many of our friends who don't get involved complain of being bored. And yet, when I tell them what we do, they said, "Oh, I couldn't do that."
Here to do your archives?
Yes, I've come to do some work today.
All right.
I'm getting out of the gardening at home.
Oh, well done. Come through.
Thank you.
Tom has just finished writing a book on the history of St Vinnie's. Last month, he turned the sod on a new homeless shelter named in his honour.
If ever I'm happy enough or lucky enough to get to heaven, I feel the good Lord's going to say to me, "Fisher, I gave you many years of life. What did you do with it?" I hope I've got the answers.
He's hoping others might be inspired by his story to lend a hand themselves.
To the people out there who are retired and feel they've got nothing to do, if you can give us 2 hours a week, that would be good.
You're amazing, man.
Thank you, generous.
What a great fellow. I reckon it's the baby boomers term next. Lucy Martin reporting there, and that is 7:30 WA for this week. Join us next week for more West Australian current affairs. Until then, thank you for your company and good night.